Can your experts train others? I work out every single day. I think it's really, really important. I have a plan, a program. It resets every 90 days. My trainer is an expert. He can likely train others. I am not an expert in exercise though. Like, I can do it. I'm proficient. It works well. You should too, by the way. You need some kind of an energy boost, but I can't train others in exercise. My trainer can. Your trainers in project-based learning should be able to train others, not just be an expert in the classroom. Those are two different things. You need to make sure you have an expert that can train others. Welcome to PBL Simplified for Leaders, where we take your vision off the paper and bring it into your school. I'm going to take leadership expertise from education, business, and sports and bring them to you so you can update your leadership game and be the leader your building needs you to be. Today, we're talking about your PBL experts. They've been through a PBL Jumpstart, they've been through an advanced, they've done the work in the classroom. Now they need to be certified. And you say, well, why do they need to be certified if they're already good, right? They're already doing the things, right? They've brought great examples into your community, into your school. People can see the work that's happening. But a true expert isn't just one that can do the work well. It's the one that can train others and start to build a legacy of, in this case, more project-based learning behind them. How do they build up others? Not just hold the expertise to themselves. So we're going to look at 3 ideas that will help you figure out if you have PBL experts that can train others. The first is just that, can they actually train others? This is the idea that they've taken practice of project-based learning, they've turned it into action in the classroom, but now you want them to be able to look at the practice of training others, right? This is different. It sounds like I'm going in circles, but in a little bit we are. Because they've been full circle with project-based learning in the classroom, we're going to take them through a whole nother circle in training others. Because there are different moves, theories, if you will, protocols that your trainers need to have so that they can train others. And we actually have an agenda that walks you through that. Like our really great facilitators, one, they're all PBL certified, but it didn't just happen. We didn't happen to pick great people. We've taken them through training steps to make sure they know how to train your people and others across the country. So the first step is that your trainers, your experts, need to be PBL certified so they can learn the theory of how to train others. The second step is they need to practice training others. That's why we can bring your PBL certified facilitators right into our training ranks. So they go and train somebody 2 states away who's in a PBL Jumpstart. They're a few years before you, doing great work. They've got passionate people. Your PBL certified trainer can now be their lead trainer and possibly coach, right? So now they're going to go through the practice of training others, and they're going to come back to you better than they were before. They've learned the theory of training others. Now they've actually done this training of others somewhere else. So now they can do it with your new hires. They can do it with your staff that needs that re-up, that refresh, and they can continually be providing professional development for your building to keep the PBL momentum moving. The third idea that your PBL experts need to have is to interact with other PBL experts. Those that have been through the theory, those that have been through the practice, and they're in the trenches, innovating, doing the work. How are they going to do that? Can you always send them off to a conference? Maybe, maybe not, but they can interact in an online community continually. They say, well, I've got this problem, this thing I'm trying to work through with our staff. Have you guys ever done this? And they can start to go back and forth. Hey, y'all, I need a protocol that will help us create more ideas around our PBL units that are more authentic. Hey, have you tried this rubric? Hey, have you tried this? Hey, this worked for me. So we have that online community here at Magnify Learning. You can join the wait list. Your people can join the wait list down in the description. But once they get in there, they're not in there with all the newbies, right? We've got several different tracks. The newbies need to be in there too, but they need to be talking with other newbies, right? And your experts need to be talking to experts. We've heard this for a really long time, like almost a decade. Our high flyers say we need to connect with the other high flyers. And the basic conference does not do that for them. They need to have their own professional development. I get that you have more people that need to be trained on some of the basics, but do not neglect your high flyers that are experts because they're training the next group. They need to be sharp, they need to be ready. That's why we have this online community so that they can be interacting with others that are trying to sharpen the saw, right, at the highest level. So get your people to understand the theory behind training others. They need to practice training others, and they need to continue to sharpen the saw by interacting, probably in an online community, so that it can be continuous, so that they are continually getting better and innovating with others that are at the same level they are. If you really like this video and this series, go ahead and hit subscribe so that you continue to get more of these. You can go to pblsimplified.com to get them into your inbox, along with additional resources that come along with that. And as you do that, you're going to see things start to build. You're going to see your vision come off of paper and move into your school, and that's exciting work. As you do that, you'll engage your learners, you'll tackle boredom, and transform your classrooms. Lead inspired.